So we're getting buffs for a few characters in Zenless Zone Zero version 2.0, specifically Astra, Lucy, Pulchra, and Kolyada. And in this video, I'm gonna break down what's changing, why it matters, and how it could open up some new team-building options. So, here's what's going on. In version 2.0, a new role is being introduced: Rupture. These are characters who don't deal regular damage. Instead, they convert their attack stat directly into something called sheer damage, which, and this is important, ignores enemy defense. In a game like ZZZ, where defense can really neuter your damage if you're not careful, that's a big deal. Sheer damage cuts through all of that and hits clean, which makes it a very attractive type of output. One of the first confirmed Rupture agents is Yi Xuan. She's a bit of a special case, though. While she can benefit from attack, her kit actually leans more into HP scaling, so she plays a slightly different version of the Rupture playstyle. Still, she sets the tone for where this new direction is headed. So how do Astra, Lucy, Pulchra, and Kolyada fit into all this? Well, in version 2.0, their passive abilities are being adjusted to recognize when there's a Rupture agent on the team. For Astra and Lucy, this makes total sense. Both of them are known for buffing attack, but until now, those buffs mostly benefited characters who relied on raw attack scaling and didn't translate directly into anything unique beyond that. With the introduction of sheer damage, which literally transforms attack into true defense-ignoring output, those buffs suddenly become a lot more meaningful in certain comps. Think about it. If Lucy boosts your attack and you're playing a Rupture unit, that's now a sheer damage amplifier. That's not just helpful, that's potentially game-changing in how you approach enemy types with high defense or resistance thresholds. And we actually have examples of how this sheer force mechanic scales. According to the leak shared by Lifa, 600 attack becomes 150 sheer force, 1000 attack gives you 250, and 1200 attack results in 300 sheer force. It's a pretty straightforward linear conversion, and it rewards players who stack high attack stats. So naturally, characters like Astra, who are already giving that bonus, become way more synergistic with this new mechanic. It's not that Astra is suddenly top tier, but she now has a place in a team with sheer damage as a focus, which honestly wasn't the case before. Now, when it comes to Pulchra and Kolyada, their case is a bit more nuanced. These two are part of the Stun faction, and what makes that relevant is that Yi Xuan, the new Rupture agent, actually pairs really well with stun units. Even though her kit is built around sheer damage and HP scaling, her synergy with stun agents gives players a reason to look at older characters like Pulchra and Kolyada in a new light. The leak from Lifa doesn't spell out exactly what mechanical changes were made to Pulchra and Kolyada's passives, but it does mention that they've been updated, specifically because of this faction connection. That's a strong hint that we're looking at conditional effects or internal synergy bonuses when you run them alongside characters like Yi Xuan. It's not just cosmetic flavor, it has real gameplay impact now. If you're someone who likes building around cohesive team identities, instead of just throwing in the current strongest units, this is something you'll want to keep an eye on. So now, the real question is, will this actually impact the meta? Well, I don't think we're suddenly going to see Astra and Lucy dominating every chart, but in specific team comps, especially where sheer damage is the focus, they're going to matter more than before. And if the Rupture role expands beyond Yi Xuan in future patches, which is likely, then the value of attack buffers like these is only going to grow. Same goes for Pulchra and Kolyada. That's why I always recommend people not to sleep on synergy-based updates. These kinds of passive changes may look small in patch notes, but they can quietly reshape how you build your teams. And let's be honest, finding those hidden combos is half the fun in games like this. Anyway, I'm curious what you all think about this. Do you still use any of these 4 characters in your teams? Are you planning to pull for Yi Xuan and try a Rupture comp? Drop a comment and let me know, especially if you're already cooking up some builds. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. We'll be getting official confirmation on these buffs during the version 2.0 livestream, and I'll post the 300 polychrome redeem code immediately when it drops. You won't want to miss it. Let's see how version 2.0 shakes things up.